I feel that. All right, to the quest board. The first question we have for the quest board is a waifu goddess isekai. Here we got three. Arcane is a hot topic for this week. It's been the thing that's been popping off everywhere, left, right, and center. So this week's waifu goddess isekai choices, we have Caitlyn Kleinerman, aka Ku Klux Kleinerman. We got, of course, the crazy, the bombastic Jinx. And last but not least, but definitely, ooh, baby, the dark skinned beauty, Mel Madara from Noxus. Of these three, who would you waifu? Who would you goddess? Who's getting Isekai treatment? I did not do my due diligence. I didn't get a chance to ask Twitter. I did not get a chance to put the poll on YouTube because I thought of this very late, and that's my damn fault. But I'll tell you what, I feel like if I had a chance to ask, I feel like it would go like this. I want to talk about what the community would do. I'm going to talk about what I would do. First, what I would do, I'm waifuing Jinx, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Me and Jinx, look, she here for a good time, not a long time. And I'm gonna let it be known right now, it's gonna be some wild, crazy, electric shit. But I fully expect to die afterwards. I do. I expect to die shortly after. Or with her. I don't know. It depends what kind of mood she's in, if I'm being honest. But like I just expect it. I don't expect to survive the encounter. I expect it to be the last blast, the last bomb I ever have in my life. And if that's the case, so be it. That's my waifu. If that's what she wanna do, that's what the fuck's gonna happen. We out this bitch. R.I.P. We out this motherfucker. But I tell you what, hitting that shit's gonna be, and I know the fuck it is. For goddess, this is no surprise. Y'all shouldn't be surprised because you already know I love that chocolate thunder. Yo, Mel Madara, that's the fucking goddess, bro. She the one, bro. Especially after that little upgrade she got. Well, let's get no. Let me not disrespect Mel Madara. At her base form, bro. Yo, in the bottom of that pit where she was in the genjutsu with no shoes on, looking like she was drinking puddle water for 4 days, I would still choose her. I would still choose her. She is objectively the baddest in the entire verse. The only person that comes close to her is her buff ass, sexy ass mama, but she's such a vile person that I don't get along with. She loses a lot of points. I put her in the Freya pool. You bad as fuck, but you also bad as fuck. Not doing that, so sayonara, bye bye. But Mel Madara, bruh. You know, I ain't gonna hold you. I like Mel so much. I realized in season one, when I was hating on Jason season one of Arcane, it was mostly because he got Mel. It had nothing to do with what he was actually doing. He was just cracking the back that I wanted to take my turn at. Simple as that. When you see it like that, it's like it is what it is, man. Mel Madara, that is the goddamn goddess. I would bow at her feet. Her statue, I would erect statues of her to. Okay, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. So we're just gonna end it there. Mel is the goddess. And that leaves the Isekai. That goes to Ku Klux Kleinerman. You get Isekai for multiple reasons. First and foremost, I don't think you like me. I do have some good feminine features. I ain't gonna lie. I got some nice titties myself. But me and Ku Klux Kleinerman, yo, we would go to smash clams and she'd realize I got a fucking crab leg down there and and she's booting me the fuck out. Objectively, her stats are pretty fucking good. Apparently, she's 6 foot. She's a leader of a city. She's rich as fuck, just inherited her mama's power and money. She has unlimited resources at her disposal. But at the same time, I feel like she has a lot of toxic tendencies that I just can't get behind. I don't like the will they, won't they that she goes through. I don't like her wishy-washiness. I don't like her choice in partners at times and how she has selective outrage here and there. I feel like we would have good times. I feel like our highs would be very high, but our lows would be the absolute worst. And worst of all, I view her as borderline kind of a cheater. I view her as a cheater a little bit. Not that she was like in anything serious with this other woman, but like, I kind of feel like she's a little too wishy-washy for my taste. At least with Jinx, I know what I'm getting. With Mel Madara, she stays 10 toes down, loyal, good person, on the right side of history. Ku Klux Klannerman, bro, she made a lot of L decisions, man. She did a lot of dirt. She hurt a lot of people, and she went through a lot of cringe moments. Moments of growth that led her to being a better person at the end, right? But at the same time, I don't want nothing to do with that, man. And to be honest with you, on top of the fact that we already know Jinx fucks with the brothers, Ku Klux Klanman, She don't get nothing from me. So she could get Izakai into another world for all I give a damn. Now, that's what I think. The way I feel like the community would go, I think community, if I'm being honest with you, I'm actually, you know what? I think I'm still gonna put this poll. I think I'm gonna put this poll out because I actually want to know the answer. I think the community would smash Caitlyn. I think they would goddess. I think they would waifu Caitlyn. They would goddess Jinx, and I think that Izakai Mel. I think community would Izakai Mel, which is interesting to me. And I don't know, and I feel like that's the wrong answer. But I also could be wrong because I do see Mel gets a lot of love. I do see Mel gets a lot of love. But I do think the community in general would goddess Jinx over goddessing either of these women. That's the one I feel strong on. But you guys let me know what you think. Make sure you leave a comment down below. If you're on Spotify, either go to the YouTube video, leave a comment, or comment right here on Spotify. Because why the hell not? Let's see. Let's see what the chat has to say about it. Waifu, Jinx, Goddess, Mel, Izakai the cop, Brother Boki's on the same point. Is this FMRK? Yes, yes it is, basically. Debating whether to do late night gym sesh, do it. Never seen Arcane, you're missing out. Mel's gonna be my sugar mama, easy facts. Goddess, Jinx, Waifu, Izakai cop, Waifu remaining, I haven't seen Arcane. True, see? You have energy for that? Dead. So let me know what you guys think below. The community here on Sauce My Whole Radio has spoken. We got one agreeing that is Jinx. Jinx gets waifu, Mel gets goddess, and Caitlyn gets Izakai. And then we have another one saying, waifu Jinx, goddess Caitlyn, Mel gets left out because they haven't seen Arcane, which is fine. All right, next on the quest board, we're jumping into your Sekai, your choice. This one is also Arcane oriented. As you can see, it's an Arcane heavy episode. I ain't gonna lie, but Arcane has literally been like the largest talking point so far of this week because the finale happened, right? So in this your Sekai, your choice, if you haven't seen Arcane, you probably want to skip a lot of this. But with that being said, if you've seen Arcane, no, you don't have to see Arcane. The question becomes, if you got dragged to an alternate universe where all the problems you were facing in your regular universe didn't exist, but in this universe, you had the solution to go fix your universe, would you stay in the better timeline and live out your days and forget about your original timeline and let them suffer? Or would you get the solution from the good timeline and go back to your timeline? It's a tough one. It's very much a tough one because I'm in the school of thought. I'm in the boat of I think I'm staying in the better timeline and I'm not going back. It's one of those things where I can understand why getting the solution from the good timeline and going back to your timeline makes sense. I'm not opposed to either, but I'm also depending on what it is, I'm a path of least resistance type person. And on this one, I'm going to path of least resistance. If my life is good in this alternate universe, and if everybody I love is still had a good life or is living a good life or they're okay, I'm staying in the good timeline. And I'm like, that other timeline, I'm just going to act like it don't exist. Or I'll take what I know from the other timeline and use it in this timeline and make this timeline even better. The only way I go back to the other timeline is I would have to be in the new timeline long enough, like almost like Heimendinger, right? I would have to be in the timeline long enough that I realize I want my people back. Because sometimes when you jump into a new, better timeline, the people that you know in there, they're not the way that you know them. They didn't go through certain traumas or tribulations. So they're not the same exact person as the version that you knew in the original timeline. I'm gonna call it the original timeline. So I can imagine how, like, if you're in the new timeline for long enough and you're like, nah, I miss how my people used to be. This timeline feels fake. Yeah, I'm going back. But I feel like I would need to be there for a little bit. Like Heimendinger was there for 3 years, just chilling, living out his life, doing whatever. And then he's like, okay, I guess it's time to go back. I didn't think you guys would show up, but since you're here, I guess I'll help you. Echo knew he wanted to go back. There was no doubt in his mind. Every moment he spent in the new timeline was spent working towards finding a solution to getting back to the regular timeline. And there's something admirable and, real stand up about it, but I don't think I got that dog in me. I couldn't make that decision on day one. If I had to make that decision on day one, I'm staying in a new timeline. I think it'll take me a couple years to decide if I wanted to stay or go back. But it's one of those things because you don't know how time is moving, if it's moving in your favor or not, that every day that you spend there could be a day that you can't get back, or you go back and things are way worse than when you left them. So it's a decision you got to make pretty quick. If I have to make the decision on day one, I'm staying in a new timeline. If I have to make the decision on day 364, I'd probably go back. Do everything you got to do in this timeline, conquer what you got to conquer, smash what you got to smash, and then go back and fix your life. I don't know. There's something to be said about it. But comment down below, what would you do? What's your thoughts on it? Which direction would you go? Nah, Jinx would be the perfect fuck buddy if you survive. I never wife a cop, but it's fuck the police all day. I'm fucking dead. I love that. Put on our search, get the solution, and then each one teach one. That's fair. Probably going back, I feel like it'd be always feel off if I stayed in a good timeline, like permanent imposter syndrome. I feel that. I feel that. But I don't think I would care about the permanent imposter syndrome. I very much feel like I'd be like, yeah, I don't belong here, but at the same time, fuck it. It's good here. It's good. The bodies might still exist in new timeline, but they're not my peoples. Damn, y'all are better people than me. Y'all make me seem like a bad person. Honestly, I might be a bad person. I've already expressed that multiple times. I'm not the best person. But yeah, you're not wrong though. And I think that's very much a sentiment. The bodies might still exist in the new timeline, but they're not my people. Whoo, that's a bar. That's actually a bar. And that's the big thing about it. Just because they exist is not your people. You're not bad, you're also not good. I'm very chaotic neutral, yes. And my people being as miserable as me, I'm fucking screaming. This fucking guy. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. But okay. Let me know what you guys think down below. None of that Kumbaya BS. Yo, facts. I definitely don't got that.